What's my name?
Here's how you do it. The first letter of the name. You treat it like it was a fair. But a P or an F or an will appear. And then I'll say, oh, happy and I'll say, the man of fair with the
Sharon Lois Bram, Canadian hit trio from Canada, are singing at the Orpheum Theatre. Their new record, Sing A to Z. This is the trio's 10th recording and is available on A&M Records. On Sunday, April 14th, at the Orpheum Theatre in Boston, I met some old friends, Sharon Lois Bram. This Canadian hit trio out of Toronto have just released their 10th album, Sing A to Z. This is available on A&M Records and is manufactured and distributed by A&M Records. Well, the house was filled and the show was terrific as always. The whole audience was scooping, dipping, cuddling, dancing, and we did some rock and roll like the name game that appeared earlier in this show. Here's little Michael Hanley of South Boston. He was fortunate enough to dance with Lois as she sang his name game name for him.
A fella. You want to come over here? Where's a mama or a papa can lift this big young man up? Do we have a mother or a father? All right, because he's got a wonderful show. Can you just lift him right up? Patience. There it is. Name V. What's your name?
Mike.
Michael? Michael, do you like to dance? Will you dance with me? Mm-hmm. All right, I'll do your name. Here we go. Michael, Thanks, Mike.
As I mentioned earlier, this is the trio's 10th album, and now let's take a look at the trio's success over the years, starting with 1978 when they first combined forces to release Sharon Lois Bram, One Elephant. This is now double platinum. In 1979, Smorgasbord, now platinum, and winner of the Juno Award as Best Children's Album of the Year, was released. 1980, they gave us Singin' and Swingin', and has won 2 Juno Awards and now is platinum. In the Schoolyard, Now Gold is released in 1981. 1982 brings us the first concert recording for children in Canada. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 Live. This wins American Library Association Award. Also in 1983, Sharon Lois Bram's Elephant Show starts in Canada but doesn't get to the United States until 1987. In 1984, Namely Mother Goose, now platinum, is released and is winner of Parent Choice Award and Library Association Award, also in Canada, on CBC, Canadian Broadcasting Channel. The Elephant Show debuts and becomes the network's top-rated show. In 1985, Sharon Lois Bram's Mother Goose book is published. In 1986, they bring us the Elephant Show record, which is now platinum, and this features hit songs from the Elephant Show. 1980 released, and Sharon is picked up by the Nickelodeon Network and is seen here in Boston at 11 o'clock daily. 1988, Happy Birthday, which is now gold, is released. This celebrates 10 years of being a trio. This is their 10th anniversary in 1988. 1989, they re-released and expanded their second book, Elephant Jam. This brings us to 1990 and the new release, Sing A to Z, which is 34 songs and 64 minutes of singing right through the alphabet from A to Z. All the recordings are available on Elephant Records and are manufactured and distributed by A&M Records throughout North America. Fortunately, I got to interview Sharon Lois Bram and ask them a few questions about their success and their new album, Sing A to Z. Let's watch that now. Here we go. Do you wish that you met earlier in life, the three of you together?
Nobody's ever asked us that question before.
They haven't. That's a great question. And I think the answer is no. I think, for me anyway, I think this happened to us at the right time in our lives. Lois and I are mothers who have little kids, who would have had little kids at home if it had happened earlier. Our kids were old enough for us to be able to leave them and go on the road. Does that make sense?
Well, yes. In one way, I wish my body were younger because being on the road might be a little easier. But in another way, there's a kind of maturity I think that is required in working with children, a kind of knowing yourself, a kind of peacefulness, kind of wisdom, I suppose, and that only comes with living.
With great age.
Great.
Right. Now, I read in the biography that Lois, they say that you're going to retire, and, well, not soon, but that you want to retire into a quiet setting, and few believe you. Why is that?
We should poke in and say that we don't believe her. She says that, but we don't believe her.
Well, I think that Lois would like to find herself a small villa somewhere in the south of France and commune with the cows, but not for a while yet.
Well, I think if you believe in astrological signs, I'm a Cancer, which means I'm a homebody, and I like to stay home. So the serenity of staying at home is very attractive when one lives this kind of life. But as my colleagues suggest, I suppose if that's all I had, I would be bored.
Okay. Now, Bram, I read in your biography that you like to trace the root of words. Now, why is that?
I don't know why, but it just seems that ever since I can remember, I've been interested in language and words. And I always like to have good dictionaries at home to check words that I see or that I want to use. And I've often found that I'll get off on a word track and open up half a dozen dictionaries on the floor and spread them around and track down where this one came from and why this word means that. I don't know exactly why. It's just been a fascination with me for years.
Actually, I think I know why he likes roots, is because he has such wonderful teeth.
Oh, boy. Now, the Elephant Show has brought great success to Sharon Lois Bram, and are there plans for a new show soon, anytime soon?
Well, we're always talking about new television because we like making television shows, and we're in the process of talking about new ideas for new Sharon Lois Bram television events. We got all kinds of ideas, and for sure next year you'll see us on television doing something new, but who knows what that will be.
Well, I'd like to thank all of you for letting me have the time to interview you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks. Bye-bye. For more information on Sharon Lois Bram or any of the programs here at the South Boston Neighborhood House, contact me, Paul Leary, at the South Boston Neighborhood House, 521 East 7th Street, South Boston, Massachusetts, 02127-4182. Our telephone number is 617-268-1619. Thanks for joining us, and look for more programs from the South Boston Neighborhood House in association with PL Productions. We're going to be celebrating the Neighborhood House's 90th birthday in 1991 later this year on BNN TV. This has been Paul Leary for the South Boston Neighborhood House in association with PL Productions.
I love you in the morning.